Time International organized an award ceremony and public lecture with the theme Negotiating Leadership in Nigeria, the leading element, today in Abuja. The event is meant to recognize outstanding individuals who have contributed immensely in national building and good leadership qualities.
And awards of Maritime International in partnership with our local and international partners. The challenge of leadership in Nigeria is the bottom line for which this lecture was organized. Leadership is a critical factor in nation building, and it should be understood from that perspective.
Of Israel, after the time of Prophet Moses, the children of Israel were suffering under the oppression and exile. So they asked their prophet at that time that they want a king who will lead them so that they will fight in the way of Allah. At that time, the prophet was Prophet Samuel. So he warned them that, are you sure that you want to fight? Are you sure that you really want to fight? They said yes, they wanted to fight. Are you sure that you really wanted to fight if it is time for you to fight? They said
Dr. Binta Lawal further emphasized about corruption caused by weak institutions, suggesting that such institutions should work hard to rule by example. She speaks about the need to abide by the principle of rule of law in leadership, which calls for impartiality, equality, and much more. She laments that leadership is not about being the head, it's about utilizing your power to yield a good result in others.
So what happened? It's all about negotiation. It's all about negotiating for leadership. You know, in Nigeria leadership today, we negotiate to be leaders. Today, if you don't have a godfather in Nigeria, you'll not be a leader. As I said, Nigeria leadership, you must know how to play it. You must understand it, and you must know how to play your card very well. That is all I can explain about leadership process.
Leadership in Nigeria, what are the leading elements? That was what the lecture is all about. Negotiating it because of our diverse, ethnic groups in Nigeria. You negotiate it. You tell yourselves, okay, this time it will go to the north. This time is it going to go to the south? This time is it going to go to the north central? That is negotiation. That is why we come up with this. So how to negotiate it to be peaceful and to be democratic and to be on the same page? There is need for us to discuss it. That is why we discuss it today. And discussing it, we have come to conclude that there is need for us to always negotiate. Because when you negotiate on the table, you're bound to have peace. When you negotiate and everybody agrees, you're bound to have smooth flow administration. And that is what we have just agreed on today, and we have done it. And we want to let Nigerians know that even in your home as a leader, you negotiate. If your children are not in order, if they are saying they are protesting on what the father has said, you negotiate with them. If the wife is protesting, you negotiate with your wife. If your husband is protesting, the wife should negotiate with him. It's about negotiation. It's just like market. Leadership is about give and take.